Joining me now is South Dakota Republican Senator John Thune. Good to see you, Senator. Thanks so much. We've seen so much drama along the way here, but it does look like Speaker Boehner has the votes, and now this is going to end up in your ballpark, and there is going to be a motion to table, presumably from Harry Reid today. Where do we go from here once we get this out of the way?
We're down to crunch time. We've got to get a solution. The House Republicans have consistently put forward plans. They passed a budget on schedule, I might add, something that the Senate hasn't done now in over 2 years. They passed a cut, cap, and balance plan. Now they're going to pass a Boehner plan. And so I would hope that we would be able to get votes in the Senate for the Boehner plan, Andrea. It looks like the President and the White House have whipped hard against it and are persuading Democrats to try and block it. So if it comes over here, and I believe it will, we will have that vote, and we'll see where it goes from there. But one thing is certain, we've got to get this thing resolved soon. We've got a few days to make that happen.
And we're told that there are 58 votes against it, so it's not going to succeed in the Senate. So then there have to be talks, and we're talking to Mike Crapo and to Chris Van Hollen about the possibility that there could be a negotiated solution with a combination of Harry Reid's plan, John Boehner's plan, and real triggers that would enforce the spending cuts to come. Is that something that could get your vote if you had the letter of the law written out in a way that was worthy of a short-term extension for a couple of days until this bill could be drafted?
Look, I don't think the sides are that far apart. The thing that Republicans are going to insist upon is real cuts, not some of the phony cuts, not some of the gimmicks that Senator Reid has put forward in his latest proposal, and a pathway to get a result on entitlement reforms. And that has to mean that we actually can get something done, because we all know that the biggest part of federal spending is what we call the mandatory side of the budget, and that's entitlements. That's Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. The Boehner plan has that. The hard trigger in the Boehner plan is you don't get another debt limit increase until you do this. I think there may be a way that those two can be melded together, but first and foremost, we've got to see the House vote on the Boehner plan. We've got to deal with that one way or the other in the Senate. I would like to see us pass it in the Senate. You may be right. I think the Democrats are unifying against it, but that is going to force us to figure out from that point forward, go back to the drawing board and determine how we get this thing done. But it's got to happen soon, and it's going to require, I think, a meaningful commitment to spending reform, spending reductions, and a pathway to entitlement reform before you're going to get much Republican support for it.
John Thune, thanks so much, Senator. Thanks for joining
Andrea.
us.